Stress defined. Stress refers to the event that are perceived as challenging, damaging, or threatening to one's physical or psychological well-being. Ang stress ay karanasan ng lahat ng mga tao, ngunit sa iba't ibang degree mula mild hanggang sa matindi, depende sa kung paano bigyan kahulugan ng mga taong sitwasyon. We have 4 dimensions of stress. Number 1, cognitive dimension. Ang cognitive manifestation of stress ay may kinalaman sa ating proseso ng pag-iisip. Kung ang antas ng stress ng isang tao ay nakataas, ay nananatiling walang concentration, focus ay maaaring makompromiso. Number 2, affective dimension. Dito nakakaapekto ng mga emosyon ng isang tao ay maaaring maapektuhan ng stress. Number 3, behavioral dimension. Ang pagtaas ng antas ng stress ay maaaring magresulta ng mga pagbabago sa pag-uugali tulad ng paggamit ng alcohol at pag-aabuso. Number 4, physical dimension. Physically, ang isang high level of stress, pagbabago sa gana ng pagkain, sa pagtulog, pagkabawas ng timbang at iba pang issues sa kalusugan. Again, we have 4 dimensions of stress: cognitive dimension, affective dimension, behavioral dimension, and physical dimension. How stress affects the body and health. Brain, difficulty concentrating, anxiety, depression, mood. Skin, hair loss, dry skin, acne. Cardiovascular, higher cholesterol, high blood pressure. Immune system, decreased immune function, lowered immune defense. Stressor and response. Thomas Holmes and Richard Rain suggest that any life event that requires people to change, adapt, and adjust would likely result in stress. Pangunahing mga kaganapan sa buhay tulad ng isang kasal at kapagkakaroon ng isang sanggol ay maaring positibong kaganapan, ngunit hinihiling nila ng isang mahusay na pagsasaayos sa gayon ay sanhi ng stress. Symptoms that affects in our body. Stressor, low energy. Napakarami sa atin ang nakakaramdam ng lahat ng uri ng stress ngayon. Emotional, physical. Ang isang sintomas ay maaaring makaramdam ng pagkapagod at pagkakaroon ng mababang energy. Acne, pain, tense muscles. Kung patuloy na kang nasa ilalim ng stress, your muscle may not get chance to relax. Ang muscle ay nagdudulot ng pananakit ng ulo, sakit sa likod at balikat at pananakit ng katawan. Insomnia. Kapag matagal na ang insomnia ng isang tao, madalas nakakaramdam ng pagkabalisa at iba pang aspeto ng kanilang buhay, pagdagdag pa ng pang-araw-araw na stress. Response. Increased heart rate and respiratory. During the stress response, your blood faster in an effort to quickly distribute oxygen-rich blood in your body. Increase blood pressure. Your body produces a source of hormones when you're in the stressful situation. These hormones temporarily increase your blood pressure by causing heartbeat faster.
The physiological and cognitive factors of stress. What is the definition of physiological stress? Physiological stress can be defined as any external or internal condition that challenges the homeostasis of a cell or an organism. The effects of stress are manifested in a model developed by psychologist Hans Selye, who proposed the general adaptation syndrome. We suggest that body goes through 3 stages physiological reaction during stressful events. Alarm, resistance, exhaustion. Because alarm is the initial reaction to a stressful situation, the person will experience exhaustion, in which the body may suffer psychosomatic illnesses including colds, flu, allergies, headache, muscle pain. Lazarus believes that there is a 2-step process in appraising the degree of threat or harm of a stressor. First, primary appraisal. Primary appraisal the severity of the stressor and classifies it as threat, a challenge, or harm or loss. If the stressor is seen as challenge, example, quiz and exam, the individual may perceive it as less stressful and more likely to cope well. Number 2, secondary appraisal. Secondary appraisal is the cognitive process that occurs when one is figuring out how to cope with stressful event. During this process, a person decides what coping options are available.
Stress and the Filipino, the socioeconomic and cultural factor of stress. Crowder 2013, Wadsworth 2011, Kahn and Perlin 2006. In the Philippines, poverty remains a critical problem. Experiencing poverty or receiving low comprehension means higher stress level. Ang kahirapan daw siya naglilid sa stress. Dito sa Pilipinas, sobrang dami talaga ang mahirap. Kaya, ang minsan mga tao, nahihirapan sila kung saan sila kukuha ng kanilang kakainin, pangbayad ng mga ginagastusan nila. Yung talaga yung nagpapastress sa tao, ang pera. Isa rin yun. According naman kay Ortega and Hechanova 2010, thus both parents need to work to make ends meet. As parent take on multiple roles, achieving balance between work and family become a source of stress. Tulad nga nasabi ni Ortega and Hechanova, nahirapan din ng mga lalo na mga magulang natin. Kasi sila yung gumagawa ng paraan para mabuhay tayo, para ibigay yung kung ano mga gusto natin. Siyempre nahirapan din sila sa pagtatrabaho. Yun, dagdag stress na rin yun. Lalo na siyempre meron silang pamilya na inuuwian. Katapos sila magtrabaho, kailangan sa pamilya sila mag-aasikaso, ganyan. Kaya sobra talagang hirap sa mga magulang natin na pinagdadaanan nila to. Mga stress na ganito. According to C. Carelli and White 2013, even if a person has a job and is making adequate salary, there are stress associated with the workplace that add to the daily stressors such work overload, long hours, and poor physical work environment. Ito naman yung sa mga pamilya pa rin natin, lalo na sa mga gulang natin. Nahirapan din sila kahit na kumikita na sila. Nahirapan din sila, syempre, yung yung katawan nila talagang bababa na talaga yung kalusugan nila kasi nga sa sobrang stress na nila, sa sobrang pag-iisip nila kung paano nila gagampanin yung pagiging magulang, kung paano sila kikita ng pera. Yun talaga, sobrang hirap talaga lalo na sa ating mga magulang. According to Ballesteros 2010, in addition, research indicates that overcrowding and living poor housing condition can be source of stress. Ito nga, yung yung poor housing condition, yun yung mga yung may mga sakit sa pamilya natin, ganyan. Yung nahihirapan din sila kung pag-uwi nila, may nakikita silang ganun, lalo na yung bahay nila, ganyan, di naman masyadong maayos, ganyan, parang nasa squatter area na ganun yung dating. Syempre pagka nila na ganun, talagang pagka nakita nila, kauwi nila, yun, parang isipin nila bakit ganun yung pinagdadaanan nila. Syempre may stress talaga yung family member talaga, hindi lang yung mga magulang, pati yung buong family member sa isang bahay. The next one, source of coping and strength. Ankison, Smith, Bebb, and Nolan Huxema 2000. The individual uses this strategy to reduce the intensity of negative emotion. Among the behavioral techniques that may be used to help people cope with stressful situations are biofeedback and relaxation technique, meditation, and physical exercise. Dito naman sinasabi kung paano natin yung stress. paano natin naayusin, paano natin mako-cope up yung pagkaan ng stress. Kailangan daw, meron daw tayong relaxation sa sarili natin, meron daw tayong physical exercise tulad ng jogging, ganyan. Bigyan rin ng time yung sarili natin sa mga bagay na ginagawa natin. Camara, Baki, Galupe, and Padilla 2017. Another strategy that appears to help people during a stressful situation is having a social support system or a network of family members and friends. Dito kailangan din natin ng mga tao na gagabay sa atin para ma-cope up nga yung gantong kalagayan, yung stress nga. So kailangan meron din tayong mga kaibigan na handang tumulong sa atin, handang magpasaya sa atin. Siyempre di mawawala yung ating pamilya na laging nandyan para gumabay sa atin at maging ayos tayo sa ating mga nararamdaman. Yan lang po.
The need for self-care and compassion. People who are high in self-compassion treat themselves with kindness, care, and understanding when they experience stressful events or situations. Self-compassion has three elements: self-kindness, a sense of common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-compassion entails self-kindness when confronted with life difficulties rather than being angry. Self-compassionate people accept that mistakes and failure are part of being human and common to all. They are more likely to be mindful or aware of their painful thoughts and feelings. Self-compassion has shown to reduce anxiety, stress, exhaustion, and depression. F 2012. Stress has effects on health. For this reason, people must learn ways to manage stress with self-compassion. Stress management is the ability to control stress and develop the skills to prevent the harmful effects of stress. Particularly, students who are able to manage stress successfully are more likely to develop physical and emotional well-being. They are also able to perform better in school. Below are some suggestions to manage stress and practice self-compassion. When you are stressed, find a quiet place when you will not be disturbed. Pag na-stress tayo, kailangan natin pumunta sa mga matatahimik na lugar tulad ng bundok, ganyan, para makapag-relax tayo at makapag-isip-isip kung ano yung mga dapat natin gawin at mga solusyon na kailangan natin gawin sa mga problema na ating kinakaharap. Pray or meditate, make it part of daily life. It provides power and energy for living. Ito naman, di na bago sa atin mga Pilipino ang ganitong ginagawa natin. Sa tuwing tayo may mga pagsubok o may mga problema di masolusyonan, ay agad natin ginagawa ang pagdarasal. Like pupunta tayo sa mga church, ganyan, dahil ang pagdarasal natin ay siyang nagsisilbing gabay at lakas sa ating pamumuhay. Read the spiritual material such as the Bible, self-help, or magazine that make you relax and guide you throughout your life. Pag tayo ay nade-depress, kailangan lang natin magbasa ng mga spirituals katulad ng Bible, self-help book, or magazine. Dahil itong mga materials na ito may kinalaman sa ating pamumuhay at ito rin na yung magiging guide natin sa ating buhay. Be mindful of your thoughts and feelings. Kailangan natin maging maingat sa ating mga salubin at damdamin. Dahil minsan di natin alam kung baka niloloko lang tayo ng mga nasa paligid natin o yung mga minamahal natin, ganun. Talk to people, share your feelings. So, kailangan talaga natin meron tayong makakausap na mga tao like friends, family, ganyan, para may labas natin kung ano yung mga nararamdaman natin sa ating sarili. Dahil pag nag-share tayo ng feelings sa ating mga kaibigan at family, ay nabibigyan tayo ng mga magagandang mga advice, ganyan, na magagamit natin sa ating sarili. Develop good habits, eat the right kind of food, drink lots of water, sleep at least 8 hours a day, exercise regularly, and relax. And last is develop a sense of humor.